But buying them donuts is not helpful. You buy me something to eat that I don't like, it's not only going to make me not want to eat it, it makes me angry. Because it's sitting on my table and I don't even want it on my table because I don't like that. I look at them like, ew, I don't like that. Like I would make them a broccoli and strawberry Brussels sprout smoothie, but I don't think they'll like that. And then they would like it if they drank it. Trust me, it tastes like ice cream. But I don't think they would do it. And it tastes so sweet, and I put creamer in it, coffee creamer. That's what makes it come out taste like ice cream. But they won't eat. They won't drink it. I promise you, it looks like ice cream too. They will not try it because that's not what we like. So he told Gehazi, he said, hey, y'all know I was going somewhere. He told Gehazi, he said, what does she need? No worry. I don't hear the pitter patter of little feet. No worry. You don't hear the pitter patter of little feet. You don't hear. So they're going to Bethel, which is like Bethlehem, right? House of bread, right? They're on their way to Bethel, and Elijah said, stay here. And Elijah said, no, and when you go, I'm going. So, so Elijah couldn't shake Elisha. He couldn't get rid of him. So he tried to shake him. But then while they're walking along, I believe, and I know at least twice, groups of prophets came up to them and told them, do you know your master is going home to the Lord today? He said, yeah, I know it. Shh. Do you know your master's going home to the Lord today? Yeah, I know it. Shh. So we went back, right, to Elijah. Now I'm going to go back to where we were in the Shunammite woman. What does she need? But I don't hear the sound of pitter patter of little feet. There's something that's intriguing about this because Elisha got a double portion. So in Elisha's double portion, y'all know what I said. I said it before. There should have been a stipulation where Gehazi should have gotten 4 times the portion. But Gehazi was not the right servant to be working under Elisha. It's obvious. Because the more Elisha worked with him, the more Elisha trained him, the more Elisha worked on him, he went backwards. I said, God help me. Right? Matter of fact, let's pray right now. God help Jamie to stop going backwards. Pastor David is going to drop her. He's so nice. But I would do something to force him to drop me. I would, honestly. Because I've done it. That's what I do. I get good and I'm going forward, and all of a sudden something just happens, or a catastrophe happens, and I'll just drop everything and I'll start going backwards. And I don't want to take anybody backwards with me, right? So I would do something, right, like I did with Jess. Sorry, but I would do something to cause him to drop me because I don't want to hurt him, right? But the thing is, Gehazi never even thought like that. That's stupid for me to say. I know. I'm talking about my actual personality. This is who Jamie grew up being, or grew up to be, after being dropped by so many people. Mentor dropped me. Mother dropped me. Nobody wanted nothing to do. I'm not your mother. Father left. I'm not your father. Come on. I had nobody but God, right? I got nobody now but God. This apartment is empty but God. And I got a pastor that cares about me. So yes, right? Yes, of course, Jamie grew up this way. And I'm in therapy and I'm working on it. However, if you ask me today what I would do if I found myself going backwards while he's still going forwards, I'll make him drop me. Out of love. That's the only way I know how to show love. Even my love is inside out. My love is backwards, right? You got Moab incest, right? And some people have been incestually affected. It's not like that, but my love is completely backwards. I can't even read when people actually love me. I don't know it. And when I found out they loved me, I pushed them away. Miss Linda calls it sabotaging. I don't know. I don't know why I do it, and it makes me so angry. Because I'm standing there with my hands just open, why did this happen? Which is the same question, they're asking, why is this happening? But I'm saying, why is this happening? It's like, Jamie, you did it. You took what they gave you and you ate it and you pushed them away. I must say that I do not like Gehazi. I like Gehazi at the stage because He knew the right way, and he had the prophet who was working with him. As a matter of fact, he was basically living with the prophet. I wish, right? Because I would be on fire, right? I'm moving forward so fast, right? And then again, he'd probably be ready to punch me in the face. Because listen to what I picked it purposefully when I was sitting here a couple seconds ago. So listen to what I'm saying. See, he asked him, he said, what does she need? Oh, but I don't hear no sound of pitter-patter of little feet. Then we roll the screen back to Elisha when Elisha was being trained by Elijah, right? So he's walking through the forest and he would not let Elijah go out of his sight because Elijah told him a couple of months or sometime before that if you see me when I go, then it's yours. The blessing that you asked for is yours. So he's following so closely to Elijah, and he finally gets to the point where that Elijah is crossing over to go to Bethel, and Elijah tries to tell him to stay there. And Elisha said, I ain't leaving you, I'm going with you. So while they're walking along, the prophets looked at him and said, do you know that your master's leaving today? He said, yes, but keep it quiet. And he said the next step, but yes, but keep it quiet. He knew. His answer was yes. I know. God's answer was but I don't hear the sound. Don't answer. Don't figure out the way to bless me by what you don't hear around me. Hear God. I'm about to get nasty like that woman was nasty with me. Seek God. Because I want to know more about God. So that's the answer. Seek God. Don't ask me, ask God. That's what she was saying, but it just came off. Seek God. It hurt me so much because I saw her sitting with people and talking with people and holding the Bible with them and opening it and talking about it with them. But when I asked, seek God, you on your own, continue to be on your own. Do it on your own. Figure it out on your own. Somebody's helping you. Seek God. That's that spirit of spew. Vomit. Gehazi had no idea. So he vomited something. I don't hear the sound of the pitter-patter of feet. You don't hear the sound of pancakes flipping at IHOP, do you? Y'all IHOP? Do you hear the sound of IHOP? No. Then don't ask for what you don't hear. Or don't look for what you don't hear as a means to find out what you need to do to bless me. I'd rather you just ask me what I need. Or ask me what I want. Elisha knew. But he wanted to get the answer from Gehazi. He wanted to hear Gehazi say it. This is your chance, Gehazi. What do you see? And his answer was what? Which is the same as seek God. Take your pick. Churches, we do it, don't we? We give people those type of answers. That's what frustrates them. I keep saying things and I'm like, that's why the world is in the world and will not come into the church. Because of this. Stop acting crazy. Here's one for you. You really need to see God. You know how your teachers tell you, you mess up, see me after class? It's like, because see me after class means I'm coming after you. See me after class means you're in trouble. When they say, you didn't do this right, we got to talk about it after class. And you sitting there, as a kid, you're sitting there wondering, why can't we just talk about it now? While the class is here, while I have witnesses. Why can't we just talk about it now, Pastor Tim? While the church is here, while I got witnesses. Pastor David, why can't we just talk about it now? While everybody's here. When are our witnesses? I need a witness. Can I get a witness, please? What Gehazi didn't see. He sought. Gehazi didn't see. He sought. We need you to see, Gehazi, and to really see. I'm not talking, we talked about this, right? I'm not talking glance, which is a physical realm thing. I'm not talking look, which is a natural realm thing. I'm saying see her, which is spiritual. What is her real mountain? It's like I told Miss Dawn Nelson. I said, how can I pray for you? She said, well, you can pray this and this. I said, okay, so you want balance and this and this and this. And I said, and I also pray this, and this. She said, wow, that's exactly what I need. Because at the end of it, I said, I know this is the real down to earth inside of your heart desire that you want prayed. But most Christians, right, are afraid to say it in church because we have a whole bunch of Christians, right, that will not respect it or will not respect you if you say what you really want from God. I'm not hiding what I really want from God. I'm just not saying it, but I'm not hiding it. I couldn't care less what you think. Couldn't care less. There's a piece of paper that's balled up right now, right in front of my fan on the floor. I care more about that piece of paper than I do about what you think, about your perception. Remember that? Because your perception lies on the same branch as my perception. I don't care. I care even less about my perception than I care about yours. I give your perception more respect than I give my perception. Because nowhere, and there's nowhere where it can be found where in my spiritual life where I am grounded or have anything based on or get anything based on your perception of me or my perception of me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Ever. Nobody will ever care what you think of them. It's true. Even if they care right now, it has to leave their brain. So many people say what they think about me and it leaves me. Chef Harmony was standing there and I was like, I don't like your purse. She was like, oh, okay. It's easy with me and Harmony because Harmony knows me. So I was like, there, I told the truth. Terrible. I told Pastor David, there, look, I tell the truth. What he doesn't know is that we have been working to become that comfortable with each other. So she could tell me, and now Jamie, I don't like your kneecaps. Okay, thank you. Because what am I supposed to do? Lois used to make us pray for hours. She would say that we did something that we didn't do, beat us for it, and would not feed us and make us pray for hours. So I have pads. I have pads on my elbows and on my knees. Black pads. Tasha does too. Samantha never went through that. But if you don't like my kneecaps, what am I going to do? Okay. Thank you. I think your dress is nice. What? It's the truth. It's the truth. But that's only natural. Like we're talking about the natural things. We're looking at the natural level. We're talking about what's on the natural level. We are not seeing really what's on the spiritual level. And I'm saying to you, Elisha told Gehazi, he said, what does she need? He didn't say, what doesn't she have? He didn't say, how's she look at her dress on Sunday? He didn't say, what don't you like about this house? He didn't say, what don't you like about her car? He said, what don't you like about her donkey? Because you rode that donkey, right? Click, donkey down the road. It just sounds like donkey. When I see a donkey, I've never really seen one. When I see one in my head, it sounds like donkey to me. Donkey. When they ride, they donkey. That's right? No, it's wrong. But anyway, what don't you like about her donkey? What don't you like about her husband? What don't you like? I've learned to realize that whatever people don't like about me that's what God favors about me. God favored me. God favored me. Hezekiah, you know that song? They whispered, conspired. They told their lies. God favored me. My character, my integrity, my faith in God. He favored me. Will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise. God favored me. I speak life and prosperity, and I speak health. God favored me. They whispered, conspired. They told their lies. God favored me. My character, my integrity, my faith in God. He favored me. Will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise. God favored me. I speak life and prosperity, and I speak health. God favored me. What you don't realize is what you don't like about me, I probably don't like about me as well. And then here's the thing. Here's the dirty little secret. I have a bigger list than you have. And the only thing, there's one thing that covers my list. God, I got this list, but your list. And your list says Elohim Adonai, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Raphi, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Mekadesh, Jehovah Sekanu, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Roha, Jehovah Shammah, the God. The God is more than enough. That list covers my list. Because I first had to go to all these things list, right? Because I want to cover up all things that people did not like about me, right? Especially when I came here. Because Sylvia told me that my hair was disgusting and people were going to be afraid of me because of it, right? So y'all know, I told y'all she shaved my head off. My hair off, she shaved my hair off. And there was nothing I felt more convicted about. She was like, you need to shave your hair off. And it was me coming here. So it's either me staying in Jersey with my hair or me coming here and let her shave my hair off. And that was the worst thing I could have ever done, right? But I let her do it, right? So anyway, so then I thought about Delilah. She Samsoned me, didn't she? But that's okay. That's okay. Hallelujah. Because the things that I don't like about me, rank 12 times over the things that you don't like about me. Meaning there's so many more things that I don't like about me than you could ever realize that you don't like about me, because you don't see me under my clothes. You don't see me under my skin. You don't see me under my organs. You don't see me in my soul. You don't see me in my spirit. You don't see me in my heart. You don't see me in my mind. You don't see me in my will. You don't see me in my emotions. 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 Come on, you don't see me. Because if you saw me, you wouldn't be saying, I don't see I don't hear the sound, the pitter-patter of little feet. It wouldn't be based on it. Your blessing should not be based on what people don't hear. It should be based see. It should be based on what they do. How can we enhance her? Is what he was asking. And he said, I don't see the pitter-patter of little feet. I don't hear the pitter-patter of little feet. What you don't understand is if you go by what you see, you will cover everything that you could think that I don't have. Here it is, right? Well, she just needs a blessing. In the blessing, God knows what I need. So if the child is what I'm supposed to have, then in the blessing, God will send the child. You don't understand how it works, Kahazi. That's why they said, do you know that your leader is leaving today? He said, shh, I know it. Don't say anything. Why? Because it need to be kept secret. Number one, because he's going up in a chariot fire. Number two, the mantle, Elisha was supposed to get the mantle from there. And number three, the mantle was supposed to drop down to Elisha. And if it dropped down to him, if he got it, right? If he got it, then you get double portion. Now, imagine Elisha going public with it. Elijah's dying today. Elijah's dying today. Everybody gathers around. He might have missed out on his mantle. He didn't even tell the prophets. The other prophets, he might have missed out on his mantle. What happens when I miss out on my mantle? Because I missed the train going there. I missed the bus going there. I ride the wrong donkey, right? Donkey. My donkey don't make it there. What happens? This woman was amazing. But she did the Bible, she had wisdom, but she did not understand time. Because there's certain things, even when I was told about certain things, when I was told that God's going to do a miracle in your life, whoa, oh my Lord, he's going to make you this, whoa, wow, he said he's going to do these things in your life, whoa, wow, I was told that before he did it. So everything he told me to do, paint, write poetry, I just started doing it because I didn't know if this is the thing that God was going to use to work in. But now I know it's culminated. All the things over this journey, the poetry and the painting, all the things that I do over this journey, God is going to use. It's not just one thing. That's what really makes me on fire for God. But she didn't understand timing. Because these people said, you're going to have a son, you're going to have a son, you're going to have a son. And the thing is, she was blessed. She was blessed. If she had understood timing, right? Here's the thing. I have kids. I do. I got poetry. I got painting. I got that patent. That's the thing I still got to do. I have the patent. I just got to do the sketches for it. It's hard. I got to find somebody to sketch. Ms. Z did a good job of like getting my idea down, but I got to send them professional sketches, and it's difficult. I got the idea for the patent. I got the poetry. I got the blog, right? And also got the painting. That's now become clay. It has changed. It has transformed and elevated itself. Because God told me to do it. Nobody else told me to do it. Some people keep coming to me saying they told me to do such and such. No, you didn't. I brought the concept to you and I showed you. And I had done some last year in January. But I brought the concept to you and I showed you. And you confirmed that was a good idea. But you didn't tell me to do it. You're not going to take the glory from God in my life. And they keep saying, man, I'm the one that told you to do that. Man, they keep finding ways to say it to me. No, you didn't. When I came to you and asked you, I already had the idea in my mind. That's why I asked you, what do you think about this? I didn't say, should I do, what should I do, to leave it open-ended. I said, what do you think about this that I'm doing now? And you said, but you didn't tell me to do it. God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God. I'm not even taking the credit. And God told me, he said, Jamie, I get the glory for it. It's your story. You do get credit for it. You get credit. But I want it. I'm not even taking credit for it. I just recently started signing my stuff. I don't sign. No sign. I'm signing. You want to sign? I don't sign. But somebody bought my piece from the museum last year and it wasn't signed. And so it's kind of iffy. Because when you don't sign, it's like you don't want to take ownership of what you do. By the way, to God be the glory. Great things he has done. So loved he the world that he gave me his son. The worship team is going to end up coming down. David Lewis is going to come down one day while they're singing. While they're singing, he's going to walk down the steps and hit me in the head with his guitar. And hit me in the head with a big part of it, not the small, not the wing tip. Hit me in the head with the big part of the guitar. Because every song they sing, I flip it. So if they say we, I say me. But if they say us, I say I. He blessed, I do, I say it. Because I got to get inside myself that he loved me. I got to get inside myself that he did it for me. Right? I got to get inside myself. And he did do it for you. I'm not taking it from you. But he did for me. Right now, I gotta sing about me and him. I got to get a relationship with me and him. So that way, when the Gehazi comes up, right, and they're supposed to give me a blessing, and they're praying for me, and the Gehazi comes up, and he'll see my relationship with him, and he'll say, oh no, she's got everything she needs. Bless her with this. He never said that. She had it so much. She built a room for Elisha. For Elisha, just for him. It would have been okay if he said, oh, she's got everything. But give her this. It would have been okay if he said that. Why? Why would I say that? Actually, I haven't read the story in a while, but she said it. It's okay for me to repeat what you say about you. If I come up to you and I'm talking up to you and you say, oh, I messed up, Jamie, and you know what? It's because of the fact that I'm just so stupid. I just can't do anything. I will not repeat that, right? But it's okay for me to. Why? Because I'll be confirming what you've already said. And so that's a covenant between two. And the Bible in the New Testament talks about a covenant made between two partners, but it's like a marriage, a statement, right? You come in the covenant partnership with somebody, and once covenant partnership comes in, what you say in a covenant partnership cannot be taken away unless there's a divorce, unless there's a separation of the parties that are now married. But if you say it about you, it's okay for me to say about you. So I'm very careful what I say to people, right? Realizing that some people are just looking for ammunition. They're looking for ammunition from your situation. God said that's why you cannot, even when you're talking to people or you're venting or you need prayer, you cannot look at your situation and base your life and base what you say around it. He said when things inside of your car, you must realize that people aren't really paying attention to their back windows. I don't know. I've never really paid attention to my back windows. I would look at, I could see my back windows if I looked at my side mirrors. But I never really looked at my back windows as if it's something for me to pay attention to until I was parking. people, right, when you're driving in the car, you basically pay attention to the front glass and then the rear view mirror, right? So the front glass and then the rear view mirror, so you get a view of what's going on behind you, right? God said don't look behind you. God said don't look in front of you, right? Focus on what he says about you. Focus on what he thinks about you. So you're only listening to a couple of people. Here we go. Elohim Adonai. El Elyon El Shaddai, Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Raphi, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Mekadesh, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Sidkenu, Jehovah Roha, Jehovah Shammah, right? So those are the only people that you are licensed to listen to. I have a license to listen, and these are the only people I have a license to listen to. So don't be upset if I come around you and have spiritual headphones on. Spiritual headphones that are noise canceling, right? Because I don't want to hear the noise, right? I don't want to hear what people have saying, right? But I'm not here. I want to hear what people say, but I don't want to hear the noise that people are saying. If you make the same noise about same issues that you'd have had since you were 5 years old, I at least, and I'm not bumping myself, but at least I'm trying to get something special out of it. I say, okay, at least, maybe God had a reason for putting me with those psychotic, whatever they are, schizophrenic, crazy people. God had a reason. Not even maybe, God had a reason. Maybe it's something he wanted me to overcome, and maybe nobody else could overcome what I'm overcoming. Because each one of us girls, 3 girls in that house, each one of us had a totally different experience. I lived in the room with Tasha until we moved out of there. But while I was in the room with Tasha, half the time the door would be closed and he would be raping her. Then we moved to South 18th Street, and I shared the room with Samantha, but Samantha was not there because Lois could not afford to keep all of us, right? So Tasha also went to go work for a nanny as soon as we moved there. When we moved there, she was 14 and she moved out immediately, and then she never lived with us again, right? So she moved out. Then Samantha was at grandmother's house living there, and I went back and forth to my mother's house and my grandmother's house because I wanted to go to church, right? By 14, diapers came in. So Samantha came back home, and Tasha was kind of living in and out of there, but she wasn't living with Catherine anymore. And so Tasha and Samantha was living together. We had never, ever been living in a house, 3 of us as sisters. Ever. I don't know what that would look like. They would kill me. They would. That being said, knowing that they would kill me, even with their words, I'm talking about their words and their thoughts about me, knowing that's true, right? I cannot afford to take what you say and make it my reality. Just what you say, right? So I gotta make sure that if I'm in the car, I just see people in a car. God said that's their situation. They're in a car. They got things coming at them. They're on a highway. So they got things coming at them. They got things on the sides of them, and they got things in the back of them. The thing is, God is saying, and don't do this in your natural life, but God's saying in your spiritual life, when things get a little bit messed up, even in your natural life, you need to spiritually look up. He said, the spiritually look up, right? Because he said, he is not judging you by your situation. But what you need to do is not look at your situation and look up and praise him, and then he will take care of the situation around you. You can't fix your situation. You can't do it. You can't fix it. I'll tell you who can fix it right now. Elohim Adonai, El Elyon El Shaddai, Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Raphi, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Mekadesh, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Sidkenu, Jehovah Roha, Jehovah Shammah, the God who's more than enough. They can fix it. You can't fix nothing. You're not capable. Why do I say that? Because God is able to be exceedingly abundantly above according to the power that works in us. Meaning according to the power of my faith. What I believe God for, he can do. What I believe God could do, he can do. If I don't believe that God could actually get me another exhibition, then I'm nervous because I've never done a solo exhibition. Not for art. I've performed at exhibitions. That's nothing. Like I could do poetry anywhere.